Hey there everyone, it's Val, and welcome back to Tolkiencraft II, The Labors of Valentine. For today's tour, I have a couple of items that I forgot to show you. I've had them for a little bit now. I got them at the end of the Draconic HQM questline, and at the time, at first I didn't really know what I had. And then I played with them a bit and I went, oh man, I have to show these off. And then I forgot. So, without further ado, let me show them off. May I introduce to you the Wyvern flux capacitor and their Draconic flux capacitor. And basically they do the same thing, as a regular flux capacitor, is they will recharge things. I'm going to demonstrate with the Draconic one because that, well, it has a lot more power in it. Anyway, you turn it on, but the thing is, it has different modes. You can charge what's in the hotbar, and you can see it charged it really fast. You can charge armor and the held item. You can charge the armor and everything in the hotbar. So all my armor charged up as well up here. So that is awesome. You have the different, and then you can turn it off, of course. But so charge hotbar, charge armor and held item, armor and hotbar. That mode there is my favorite. I think that's the one I'll be using most of the time, and inactive. And as you can see, even charging this, which holds 10 million RF, and it was down to about 3, I'd say. Yeah, this holds a lot of RF. 250 million RF. That's a lot of power. So if you're doing some uber epic mob boss fight where you're getting pounded on a lot and your chest plate and your various other parts are taking a pounding, as is the sword, I guess you can just keep that on your hot bar set to the right setting and you have a lot of power to keep yourself charged up. You don't have to worry about falling out of the sky in the end. I have a feeling I might need this when I fight the Chaos Guardian. So, yeah, wanted to show those. Very nice. Very happy when I realized what they were. I for some reason I thought they were a part that you use. Would you open, please? That they were a part that you use to make things. I didn't realize they were items until I looked. Alrighty. GreatOrator stopped by the other day, and because I was messing about with cable in here, because we wanted to set this up. We didn't get it quite set up the way I would have ideally liked, but we settled for this, where we have one switch to turn on the grinder, and the light goes on. And we have one switch to turn on the spawner. So we should see them in just a moment. Let's just turn that off. There you go. And apparently there was some kind of issue with the mob spawner where it wasn't spawning at the rate it was supposed to be. So once that fix was in, I had to actually take off the tier 3 upgrade because we were just getting way too many wither skeletons dying all the time, and this couldn't keep up. Yeah, so but in any case, I think I have 4 or 5 stacks of wither skulls. I think that will probably do me for a while. So yeah, I've got it shut off right now. But let's take a look inside now that it's safely shut off and I won't get buffeted about by guys slapping me. We can have a look. You can see that all the wiring is pretty much concealed. It is underneath here, and I have stuff that I don't want. But here is the part that I'd never played with, the bundled cable. And I figured out before GreatOrator came over that you have to attach the wire on the end that you want to color code it to, and then you attach a bare wire at the very end, which is actually very realistic as to how you do wiring, just not at this scale, obviously. So the purple is the spawner, and the white obviously is the mob spawner, because here you can see both ends of the connections. So that's pretty cool. I might do some more playing with that later. Ideally what I wanted, and I'll explain it once I get out here. What I had originally wanted was this switch to turn on both the grinder and the spawner at the same time, because I wanted to make sure that the spawner was never active without some method of destroying the wither skeletons. But then this switch was for just the spawner, so that when people came by, they could still come down. I have to make this look nicer. It's turned into something that we need on a regular basis. Need to come in here and kill them by hand. So, yeah, the only thing that I'm kind of concerned about is that at some point, because I experienced kind of wiring glitches in the past, where half the things wired up would think they were on after a server restart and the other half would think they were off. I was a little concerned that the wither skeleton spawner would come on by itself when a server restarted and just sit here accumulating withers. So hopefully that doesn't happen. It hasn't happened yet, and we've restarted 3 or 4 times. But yeah, I'm a little worried about that. Hasn't happened yet, doesn't mean it won't happen. Right. So that's that. We did collect a witch spawner the other day when I was out exploring. And it turns out, I was hoping it was a Coven Witch spawner, but it's not. It's a regular witch spawner, which is actually something I also wanted, which is why I collected some witch souls a little while ago. Open, please. Right there. Got 2 witch souls. But I just threw the witch spawner that we have in there for now. We'll use it as is. And when I'm ready to upgrade it to something that works faster, then I will put it into a stabilized spawner, and we'll look at applying at least a tier 2 upgrade so that it'll work faster. And that would be down in here. Because it considers it's daytime. It's really kind of weird. These chisel blocks, even though they are a roof, and there's no light being let through them, for some reason, this is still considered lit by the sun. And it's not until I put an additional layer over top that it suddenly goes, oh, right, I'm in the darkness. Glitches. Anyway, so it's safe enough to look in here. So you can see which spawner there. I'm also going to set up basically, let me out, probably in the same area of this tower, basically an area where I can, okay, it's getting dark, that's why we had a witch. Let's get out of here. So we verify it is witch spawner. Alright, so I'm going to also add like farm animals. That's why, I don't know if you noticed when I opened the mob soul box, I had chickens and pigs and cows and sheep. Because, well, the sheep really would be for mutton now, because the wool pretty much we get from spiders and whatnot. But yes, one more thing. Now that we're done talking about those, the Tolkiencraft area. We got the floor all set up and looking spiffy. I've got the initial Tolkiencraft stuff going. This, if I keep it here, then I'm going to have it open to the sky, which could make the second floor have a more interesting pattern. This end is reserved for the actual altar, and so we'll be putting the... I have to think about how I want to do it. With all the additional mods for Tolkiencraft, we can automate it quite a bit, and I'm not sure if I want to do that from the get-go, which if I do, I'll need the advice of GreatOrator, who has a wonderful setup in his base, or if I want to try to do it a little bit manually at first and then segue it into the automated setup. So I'll have to think about it, but anyway, this is where it's all going to go. So if I do have more of an automated setup area, then that'll probably be going over on that end, where the Christmas tree is. Yes, Decocraft is fantastic. I've been able to decorate for Christmas. And I wasn't expecting this tree to be a proper sized tree, but it is. So that's pretty cool. So you really only kind of run into it when you get to the block in the center where it's standing. So this is all Decocraft stuff, and if you look around outside, you probably noticed it as I was wandering around. We have our Christmas lights with our Christmas bells that seem to attach to the lights and light up at night. At least they did when I first attached them. I'm not sure if that was just a weird thing or what. Yeah, so we got a little decoration there. Decorated up here. A little bit of decoration for the doorway. Come inside, we got our lovely candy cane. And I think that, oh yeah, that's about what I did down here. And then I did a little more decoration up here because I had the room to do it. So there we go. Oh my god. Apparently the texture pack update has changed your skin. I think I preferred the old one. This one makes me a little more nervous. I'm pretty sure she is going to poison my cookies. I guess I'll have to make sure I say nice things. Lots and lots of nice things. Right, so this is our power supply. You may notice that I have an additional one up there that's larger. I am currently draining... Oh, it's already drained. Okay, so we're going to disassemble this, and we're going to add its parts to this one up here. Now, we're supposed to be able to retain the charge in the energy core, the center of this structure. Someone on the server... I'm not certain. I was under the impression you were supposed to be able to move it and retain the charge, but somebody on the server tried that and it did lose the charge, so I don't know. I have to talk to GreatOrator and Brandon to find out if that in fact is the way it's supposed to work and I just misunderstood, or if we found a bug. But in any case, when it's in place, it is supposed to keep its charge, so I'll be trying that and seeing if that works properly. But that's why I transferred the energy from here up there. That's why we have an extra pylon connected. As you can see, we've got 3 hooked up here. So, yeah, one of those is actually just pulling the energy from down there. And you can see I still have the old pylon outputting the energy down there. But now that that's empty, I can take it apart. I can shut this one down and add the draconium to this. I think I'll have enough draconium to go to a tier 4. But right now it's a tier 3. And it's about a third full, which is amazing. I just love the look of that. Alright, let's see. I think there's one last thing I wanted to show you. I've been meaning to show you this for a while, but it's kind of hard to show some of the features, and I think... How many people are on the server? Can we sleep? Oop, back to the game. Okay, well, let's see if we can get everybody to take it, or at least one other person to take a nap, so that I can demonstrate this in the daytime. Not that it's, you know, a problem. It's just that it's a little easier when you don't have to fight zombies constantly when you're demonstrating. Awesome. At least I think they slept. All I know is it's daytime now and it was nowhere near morning. Weird, because usually it says, you know, person of 1 have slept, person of 2 has slept. I didn't see that this time. Alright. So I'd like to demonstrate the dragon mounts. Basically, the eggs that you you can find in various chests, and also get them from killing dragons. You place those, and depending on the biome that they're in, they will become different types of dragons. Now, I don't know if every biome can produce a type of dragon, or if it's only certain biomes. So I don't know if you put it in the wrong biome, you'll get an ender dragon or something. I don't know. That's probably unlikely, but I just thought I'd mention that. I do know for a fact, though, if you put... you see that the platform there up in the sky? I hatched the dragon that I'm about to show you up there. It takes about an hour once you place that egg down, so Make sure you have real life hour to hang around waiting for the dragon to grow up. So I'd like you to meet Azurite. You can tell them to sit by using a bone, and they will not teleport with you when you use that bone. If they are not sitting, however, when you teleport, they will show up wherever you are. So just be aware of that. Now, and you just get on them by clicking on them, and actually just kind of fly over them as well if you have flight, and they end up. All right, let's go up, 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 up in the air. Come on. You have to kind of point up. Are you still too fast for the generation? Let's get up high enough in the sky so I can press F5 without worrying about you hitting a tree. Well, maybe not too high, or we'll hit a cloud instead. Because it's really hard to see where you're going when I'm showing you in this mode. So, as you can see, we're outpacing the world rendering, which is unfortunate because this will look so much cooler if the world could render fast enough. But it can't quite keep up. Even now, even with that fix in place for that bug that's been around since 7.1.7 came out in the originally. It had this bug in it. Anyway, you can point up to fly, and of course W to go forward. And if I point down, he's going to start trying to land, which should be fine if we just kind of circle around. And we're going to run into something. We're going to land in the water. Okay, good. We're good. Okay. So then let's take that out. Unfortunately, he does not seem to eat the carrots. Just hit left shift and dismount. And there you go. Lovely dragon mounts. Yeah, so the dragon is basically just a supersized pig. So you can see he likes to wander around if he's not and walk into me. If you haven't told him to sit. But he is going to follow me around, as you can see, as well as, so he's basically like a cat or a dog. He'll basically follow you around, but if you stand still, he'll start to wander. Yeah, you can leash him. You can attach him to a post, just like, you know, any other pet. And in fact, what I plan to do is, once we get up one more floor, and I know that I'm at the roof. I say that because I don't know if I'm going to put another floor on here and then go up higher. But anyway, I'm going to he's going to have a nice landing pad / paddock on the top. And hopefully that will work out. Because he's a big guy, he needs a big space. Like I said, you fly anywhere near him and suddenly you're on him. So yeah, be careful of that. But if I can get off. Alright. I'm just going to put him back because I don't have a nice paddock to keep him in just yet. I want something that it kind of has. I can kind of get him so that he doesn't wander off. Because, well, he'll scare the neighbors. You know, I mean, you look out your back window and you see a dragon in your backyard. Yeah, you're going to be cleaning the kitchen floor. Alright, guys. I hope you enjoyed this tour. I tried to get some stuff that I had forgotten. Oh, and you may notice that I am also ready for Santa Claus back there. I have cookies and milk by the cauldron. Hopefully he'll find them. They're in the open. Not sure what I'd like for Christmas, but I guess I'll see. Hopefully not coal. I've been trying to be good. Anyway, you guys, thanks very much for watching. I hope to see you in the stream. You all take care now. Bye.